We have more breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. Just a flurry of activity in Major League Baseball. And shortstop Corey Seager and the Texas Rangers have agreed to a 10-year, $325 million deal that is confirmed by our MLB insider Jim Bowden. The 2020 World Series MVP spent the first 7 seasons of his career with the Dodgers. His AAV right now sitting at $32.5 million. It is now second among all shortstops, trailing only Francisco Lindor. As you take a look at his ranks there, I want to mention this is the second biggest contract for any shortstop in Major League history. Seager limited to just 95 games this past season, finishing with 16 home runs, 57 RBIs for the Dodgers. So let's welcome in our MLB insider Jim Bowden to talk about this. Corey Seager to the Rangers. We spoke to you earlier when the Max Scherzer deal got done. You said keep your eye on Corey Seager. He's probably next, but I'm not sure we saw him going to the Rangers, Jim. What do you make of all of this?
Yeah, I love this signing for the Texas Rangers. I mean, Corey Seager is 27 years old, and he's got, I thought, the best hit tool of any of the free agents in this year's class. And this is a guy that also hits high velocity extremely well, pitches 95 miles an hour and above. He was #1 of all the free agents in that category. And that's important because that's a really important indicator on how a player is going to age in his mid-30s. And of course, his contract will take him to his mid-30s. But to me, this is a 300 hitter with 30 home run power, 100 RBIs, team player. He loves the big stage. I mean, we saw him a year ago win both the LCS MVP and the World Series MVP and helping to the Dodgers for that 220 World Championship. I had predicted 10 years, $320 million. I was a little bit light, and we got 10 years, $325 million. But I believe for the Texas Ranger fans, they have to be excited that their team's relevant again. After signing Marcus Semien, who last year broke the record for the most home runs of a second baseman in a single season with 45. And now you put Corey Seager at shortstop. They have a young third baseman coming named Young, who is going to be an absolute star. So I really like the direction of the Rangers. They also picked up John Gray in a 4-year, $56 million deal. And I think he's going to do well outside of Coors Field. So with that brand new stadium in Arlington, Texas, I thought it was important that the Rangers put a more competitive team on the field. They've certainly spent enough money this offseason to be a lot better this year than they were last year.
I mean, the Rangers, it feels like for Rangers fans that they hadn't made a lot of moves for several years now, pretty much at the bottom of Major League Baseball, not all the way at the bottom, but fairly close to there. I mean, they have Marcus Semien, they have Corey Seager here. Are you surprised it was the Rangers? Because you were thinking maybe the Dodgers, maybe the Yankees. So how did the Rangers sweep in and get this done?
Yeah, I really thought at the last minute Brian Cashman and the Yankees were going to play. I thought the fact that Seager in between Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton would give them a very important left-handed bat. I thought the fact that he was 27 years old would fit extremely well in what the Yankees are trying to do. Thought he was the perfect fit there. I thought he'd be a good fit in St. Louis, but the Cardinals decided to put all their emphasis on pitching here. And then I thought the Dodgers would make a more aggressive run at the end, but they didn't. Now, of course, they'll put Trey Turner at shortstop. They'll move Gavin Lux to second, so they feel that they'll be fine. They didn't want to go 10 years on Corey Seager. I like what Texas did, though, because although a lot of people will criticize the amount of years and the health risk, at 27 years old and with the hit tool that he's got, I don't think it's that big of a risk. I think it's a very important signing for the future of the Texas Rangers. So I am a little bit surprised it ended up being Texas, to be honest. But again, I think it's a good fit for them as they try to rebuild.
Jim, really quickly, I mean, if you're a Dodgers fan, you see Max Scherzer go to the Mets. You're now seeing Corey Seager go to the Rangers here. What do you think about this Dodgers team?
Well, I mean, Dodgers need to sign a starting pitcher, and they also lost out on Robbie Ray. They've lost out on Gausman, as you mentioned, Scherzer. They're not going to make a run at Carlos Correa, I was told. They're going to put Turner at short, Lux at second. So Dodgers are coming back to the pack. Let's say it the way it is. I mean, Giants are going to come back a little bit as well, losing Kevin Gausman. And the Padres are going to get better because they're going to be healthy and they have a winning manager in Bob Melvin. So I think what we're looking at the National League West is we're going to have another 3-team race next year that's going to be fun. But I think the Dodgers' chances of getting back to the World Series, to be honest, much less than it was a year ago.
Jim, you feel a lot of agents, Scott Boras in particular, we were talking about him earlier, trying to get these deals done before this impending lockout here. You predicted Corey Seager would be next. Is there another name on your list we should be eyeing?
Yeah, I'm going to go Carlos Correa now. I think he'll get done as well. Maybe tomorrow, not today. But the reason I think he's going to get done is there's a lot of momentum, and teams that were playing on Seager and Correa now know that there's just Correa and Trevor Story left. I'm being told late this afternoon that the Rockies have re-engaged on Trevor Story and improved their offer, so they're in playing on Story. The Yankees have been too quiet. I find it hard to believe that they're not going to get either Correa or Story because the Yankees made it very clear that shortstop was their top priority. I'm looking for the Yankees to do something here over the next 24 hours. So stay tuned. And of course, if we have any breaking news, no one does it better than CBS Sports HQ.
Well, that is thanks to you, our MLB insider, Jim Bowden, being able to confirm all of this information here for us yet again. Jim, we appreciate your time. I'm sure we'll talk to you very soon over the next 24 hours or so. I may be off the clock, but somebody else here at CBS Sports HQ will be here to talk to you. So the Rangers making deals just in the past couple of days in this offseason. Corey Seager, 10 years, $325 million. Marcus Semien, 7 years, $175. Jim says, look, he's very pleased with the direction the Rangers are going in with their new stadium. Well, the new ballpark opened last season, but this year they get fans back. Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.